Alright y'all, welcome back to my channel. As you can already tell from the title below, this is going to be a video based on my modeling experience. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you haven't hit that post notification bell, go ahead and hit that too, because you don't want to miss anything that I will be posting. Ooh, the light is bright. Okay, so to basically get back into this video, yes, this video will basically be about like my modeling experience slash, I guess, like tips to help anybody trying to start modeling, or like if anybody has any questions on how to go about doing it. So, of course, I don't know, everybody knows that I've wanted to be a model for like the longest. I think I was probably like, I don't even remember when I first wanted to be a model, but I just know I wanted to be a model for like a long time, like since I was a kid. This is something I always wanted to do. It was always something that was on my mind, but it was just something that I guess I really didn't get a chance to execute at the moment. I just had a lot of things going on. But yes, guys, I finally did get signed. I got signed to an agency based in North Carolina. If you don't really know like modeling terms, your first agency is your mother agency. So this is my mother agency. Before I even got signed though, I went through like this process. So I had ended up moving to Illinois, and when I was in Illinois, I was in the car and I heard on the radio that the first 100 people that called into this number, they would get a chance to, I guess, audition in front of agencies for free. And so, you know, I did that. Ooh, it's a long story. I'll probably get into that like another day. But basically, I did that. I went. It was so many people there, y'all. I have anxiety, of course. So I was really nervous, but I went. They had me like model in front of them. They even had me read commercial lines now. Because I'm not going to lie, even though I'm signed to the agency that I'm signed now, I'm also doing like acting as well. Modeling was number one. I kind of wanted to do acting, but I never really cared as much as I do for modeling, but I do a little bit of acting. So when I went to the thing in Illinois, they had me read commercial lines as well as walk down the runway in front of so many people. And so basically, once they like you, it's kind of like an interview process, like a job. It is a job because you get paid for it. So they had us do like an interview, and then like if they liked you, they called you back for a second interview. You came in, you talked more about, I guess, personal things about your life. They kind of dug in a little bit more. And then if they liked you after that, you got accepted. So of course I got accepted. It was pretty much like an academy. It was John Robert Powers. If you guys aren't familiar with John Robert Powers, it's kind of similar to John Casablancas, if I'm saying it right, in North Carolina. But basically, it's not really, it's not an agency. It's like an academy. So you go, because I want to say this, an agency will never make you pay. If an agency is hitting you up and they're trying to sign, but they want you to pay, that's not an agency, because the agency isn't going to make you pay. So, but I did have to pay for it. It was like $2,000, but it was like an academy. And basically at the academy, I think I started in like July, and the last showcase was in November. So basically, they're just like helping you with like modeling terms, getting familiar with like modeling, walking down the runway, as well as acting. They're having you read commercial lines. And then, like I said, it ended in November. November was the day we actually had a showcase in front of agencies. So the whole point of the program was to get us built up until the showcase, so that way when we go in front of agencies, we know what to do and how to do it, so we can have a better chance of being signed. Okay, so I went through that whole process, and I got to the point where I went to the showcase. The showcase was very nerve-wracking, guys, because, you know, like I said, when I first did the call, when I called them and I went to the first audition, they had me modeling in front of people and reading commercial lines, but it wasn't like this. This was much bigger, and a bigger, like an auditorium with like 6 agencies there watching you. So basically you're performing, everybody goes up separately, and you're performing for these agencies, you're trying to get signed. So, I already know in this business, in the world, with everything that you do, like whatever you're trying to do, you always got to remember that sometimes you do get 100 no's before you get 1 yes. So I already knew that it would be a possibility that I would get signed or I wouldn't, because some people get it misconstrued. Some people think that when you go to John Robert Powers or John Casablancas, that means you automatically are getting signed, but it's not, because they help you, but you got to keep pushing yourself. Like, you have to work hard yourself. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's scams and stuff. Personally, me, because I dealt with it, it is not scams. It is real. They do sign people. You just gotta work hard. Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you're selling yourself. Like basically it's a job. You're selling yourself, and the agency is, you know, they're gonna help you. It's like a job. So you wanna, you know what I'm saying? You gotta sell yourself. And so if you don't get signed, you know, whatever, if you do whatever. So of course I did the whole process. I didn't get signed. I was discouraged because, you know, of course I really want to get signed. This is something that I really want to do. I've been working hard for months, but I didn't get signed, y'all. So when I didn't get signed, I didn't let it discourage me though. Cause like I said, in this business, you will get 100 no's before you get one yes. And if this is something that you really want to do, you got to keep that mindset, because if you don't, like me in the beginning, I had wanted to model a long time ago. And actually when the pandemic started, I know I'm kind of jumping, but when the pandemic started, I had seen a video on Facebook. It was a girl that I actually went to high school with in North Carolina, and she had like she had a skin disease where her skin the skin grows really fast, whatever, it sheds, whatever. But I was on Facebook scrolling one day, and I seen her talking about her story about how she got started modeling and stuff, and I feel like it really inspired me to, like, I already wanted to model, like I said, but it really like inspired me and pushed me to really want to do it, because one, she was from my city, and then she had stuff going on, but they still signed her and she was still following her dreams. So I actually was trying to do this during the pandemic, and I did what I needed to do. I took like my pictures and stuff, because I'm gonna get into like if you really want to model, what you need to be doing. But I did what I needed to do, and things just didn't work out. Of course I didn't get signed, it didn't work out. And that was when I was in North Carolina. That's like right before I moved to Illinois. So of course it didn't work out. So like I said, I moved to Illinois. I did the whole program thing with John Robert Powers. I didn't get signed. I was a little bit discouraged because, I want that. This is really what I want to do. But like I said, I didn't let that discourage me too much. So what happened was, with John Robert Powers, I did a photo shoot. They got me familiar with terms. Like, I will forever appreciate John Robert Powers, because without John Robert Powers, I have really bad anxiety, one. So I feel like it helped me express myself better without feeling nervous or feeling shaky and stuff. Because sometimes that really can play a factor in what you're doing. It can mess it up. So I feel like they really helped me like not be so nervous anymore. Also, they helped me because I didn't know anything about comp cards. I didn't know about some of the terms. Like, I did a photo shoot, I got a comp card, we did a resume. So like, even though I didn't get signed, they prepared me for the very moment that I did get signed. Like all the materials, all the tools that I had comp cards, I had all of that. And like I said, before I went to John Robert Powers, I didn't know anything about that. I just know I wanted to be a model. Okay, so with me having those materials from John Robert Powers, I was good to go, because all you need is like a headshot, a couple photos, and you can send off your pictures yourself to a couple different agencies. So before I moved back to North Carolina, I was doing my research. I was looking for agencies that could possibly take me in North Carolina. It was a little bit hard for me because I'm not 6 foot or 5'10" or however tall they want you to be. Like, I'm only 5'5". I'm little. I'm the same height as Kevin Hart, and I don't have like a chiseled body. I just have an average male body. So it was kind of hard for me. A lot of agencies do want guys who have more chiseled bodies and who are a little bit taller. But of course somebody will still take you. Like, you can do commercial print, especially commercial print. Keep that term, because you can do, if you don't, commercial print is really good for people who don't fit the height requirements and stuff. But anyways, so like I did my research, I seen a lot of agencies. I submitted to a lot of agencies as well that didn't hit me back, but like I said, you get 100 no's before you get a final yes. So I did a lot of research. I looked at a lot of agencies. I went through a lot of agencies, and then finally I found A-List Modeling Talent. So I pretty much did them the same way that I do with the other ones. Like, I emailed them, send them a couple pictures, and see what happens. Well, what happened was, Teresa, she's the lady over everything, she actually hit me back, and we started emailing. And I don't know, from the email, I could tell that I probably had a good chance of getting signed. We talked about a few things, and she was like, at the time I was still in Illinois, and she was like, can you come down this weekend? And I'm like, no, I'm in Illinois, but I can come down the next following month, because I didn't see her until like a month later after doing that whole transaction. So once I did that, I finally did come down to North Carolina, because I was moving here as well. So I already had to come here to do like an apartment tour or whatever, to see if he was gonna like the apartment. I came down, I went to the interview, and I killed it out the park. I got signed, and the rest is history. And so, like I basically said, I never gave up. I kept the positive attitude, and I'm doing exactly what I want to do right now. So I would say for people who are really passionate about modeling and even acting, because it kind of goes hand in hand about the way you submit your stuff to try to get signed. So really, I would say if you're really like passionate about modeling and this is something that you really want to do, I feel like anybody can do it. You don't have to be 6 foot. You don't have to be beautiful, handsome. Like, everybody's beautiful in their own way already. So you don't have to try and be somebody else to get signed. It's really simple. Like, if you really want to get signed, first you just need to have a photographer. You can even do it yourself, because if you have an iPhone or like one of those new Samsungs, you know, they take really good pictures. So you just need a few photos. Like, you want to do a headshot, of course. You want to do a full body picture. You want to do like a back photo and like maybe like a half photo of yourself as well. Just take like 4 or 5 photos of yourself, maybe even a different couple outfits, because you know, so the agencies can see different looks of you, like maybe a sports one, casual, something like that. But you know, just take a few photos. I even did my comp card on Zazzle. If you're familiar with Zazzle.com, they're really, really good. So you can even take your own photos, go on Zazzle and make a comp card yourself as well and order it. It's really cheap and inexpensive. But you just want to take a couple photos and then, you know, just do your research. Go online, whatever area that you're in, because of course you want to do it to an agency that's close to you. But it doesn't really matter either. There's agencies out there where you can be in different states. So, you know, just do your research, go in there and find different agencies that may fit or, you know, fit or credited to you and your abilities and stuff. And just send the pictures in. You'll never know. Like I said, you'll get 100 no's before you get 1 yes. And then when you finally do get that yes, you'll be really happy that you did what you were supposed to do to follow your dreams. So yeah, just do your research, take your photos, send some photos in, and just see what happens. Anything can happen as long as you put your mind to it and as long as you manifest, because manifest plays a big part in things. Like, I manifest, so it plays a big part in things. So yes, like I said, your boy did get signed. I did 1 short film. Actually, today, as I'm filming this right now, in a couple of hours, I'm going to do my first not my first photo shoot, but my first magazine shoot. And so yeah, I'm like, basically, I'm living my dreams. Like, this is a start, because I still have a long ways to go, but it's a start. And so yeah, anybody can do anything that you put your mind to. Just don't forget, you know, sometimes in life you get 100 no's before you get 1 yes. That's the quote that I tell myself, and it keeps me going. So yes, thank you guys for watching my video. I really hope this video helps somebody out there trying to get started with modeling or acting or with whatever you're trying to do. So yeah, again, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. And your boy is out.